Rhode Island is reintroducing an anti-revenge porn bill. They actually proposed this legislation a few years ago, but it never received a vote. So they're reintroducing it, and the whole point of it is to prevent people from posting nude images or video of their significant other or their ex in a way to, of course, humiliate them. They would say that you'd need consent in order to post this online, and if you do not have consent, then the person that you damaged or humiliated would be able to sue you, and you could be dealing with a felony punishable with jail time and a fine.
So it's a little hard to know what humiliating is, right? So there's some gray lines there. So
I don't think there's a gray line.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I actually agree with you, Ben. I mean, if you put up a nude photo or a video of your significant or your ex having sex with you, that's meant to humiliate you.
It is, but you don't agree with me. I mean, because I don't approve of this law. I wouldn't vote for this law.
That's interesting.
Why is that?
You got the picture. They made it. You're tough luck if they post it online. I don't want to criminalize, and I don't want the government involved in my intent or how much was retribution or whether she or he agreed to it first. Like, we can universally agree that it is a horrible thing to do to somebody, right? But like, I don't like regulating and prosecutors getting into to me it's the little like hate crime legislation, what your thoughts were when you beat up the gay guy. You beat up the gay guy, you've committed assault, and if they think it was because the guy was gay, that might give you, as a prosecutor, particular reason to get a conviction there. I would go after it hard. But because you did it because of what you were thinking in your head, that always bothers me at the time. And I don't really like that. I don't like the thought crimes.
Right, but we often judge intent, and that's sometimes the difference between homicide and manslaughter. So that's why it's funny that we all three disagree. You think it's a clear line, you think it's a clear line, but you're for, you're against, and I don't think it's a clear line.
Right.
And I think this is a particularly hard case.
I try to agree with you. Because it's not a clear line, I wouldn't be messing with it on a prosecutorial level.
Right. So, look, like I said, oftentimes you have to prove intent anyway, and why not on this? And to me, betraying someone like that, something they did, the most private thing they did in a moment where you were sharing something, and then to screw them over like that and put it online so that everybody they know can watch it. It's just so despicable. So I'm leaning in Anna's direction, but there are some issues where you're going to say, hey, look, man, we did it together. You gave me permission, right? Right. And so
my picture. It's on my phone.
Right.
I took it.
Right. And then somebody will say, well, she gave me permission before. Now she's saying otherwise because she's being malicious to me. Oh boy, and then how do you judge that? But the flip side is that's why you have trials to judge it.
You can give permission for one thing and not another. I mean, obviously, when you're doing that in a private setting and you're allowing your significant other to take that photo or take that footage, it's for their personal enjoyment. It's not for something on the internet. It's not meant to end up on the internet. That's my point. So, and revenge porn, by definition, is revenge. It's getting back at someone. It's done to humiliate someone.
Somebody goes to somebody prison. I don't like it, but I would have. But there are. You said
some acts of revenge are considered crimes.
Yeah, but you gotta, like, if you hit somebody or something like that. But
this could be just as bad when you are ruining someone's reputation.
Are you kidding me? A sex tape of me online, or somebody punches me in the face? I'll take a punch in the face any day.
What I would say is, you mentioned the word damages. Like, this is civil. Like, you sue then. You go after him. You get money from him. But because they've damaged you. I don't like the idea. I've said it. So I don't like the idea of criminalizing that kind of stuff.
Somebody posts a picture of me naked online. I think the difference between humiliation and not is how excited I was when they took the picture.
Totally. That's exactly right.